Hey, what's going on, y'all? Lincoln Infield here, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine. It is Wednesday, April 15th, and this is your weekend events update. Oh, man, I'm telling you what, can anybody tell that it is spring? Because I'm telling you what, the event list is full. The cruising calendar is piled over. The days, man, I'm telling you what, it's like switched over where usually we get like shitty weather on the weekend and nice weather during the week, and it pisses you off. It's switched over. We've got beautiful weekends, man. The flowers in bloom. I can tell all day long. And I'm telling you what, all the events that we've been going to have been absolutely packed, which is a beautiful thing because we've all been waiting on this, man. I don't know about you, but I am super duper tired of the cold weather, so I'm happy this. I don't like being cold. I don't mind riding in the cold. Don't get me wrong. We're still going to ride in the cold. But, I just prefer not to have like 6 layers on and just, got to go inside and wrap your hands around like a cup of coffee to warm yourself back up. I prefer just jumping on with a short sleeve shirt, hauling ass anywhere you want to, and you ain't got to worry about anything other than how sunburned you're going to be. So that is the absolute deal, guys. So pleased with this weather and the turnouts and stuff like that. This past weekend, man, we had a lot of fun. It was Springers is on the front cover of this month's magazine, and if I was more prepared or had a magazine in this, oh wait, look at this, I do have it. Look at that. I had last month on there. Springers is our front cover advertiser for the April issue because it's their anniversary month. And we just celebrated their 6th anniversary this past Saturday at Springers in Greensboro. Like I said, a lot of huge events going on. There was a Victory Junction gang camp ride that had like 100+ motorcycles on it. There was the Debbie Lynn ride that had 40+ motorcycles on it. There's other things going on right in that direct area. But let me tell you, the place filled up mid-afternoon, and the party went on and on and on. So it's really good stuff. Love having this good weather. Got plenty of stuff coming up this weekend. Now, if you guys are smart, if you're real bikers, you go pick up the magazine, a print magazine right here on newsprint. This is our 333rd issue. I'm working on 334, so it's hard for me to keep up. So pick it up, put it in your back pocket, put it in your saddlebags, read it on the toilet, at the bar, where all the good reading is done. If you do that, you'll keep up with everything that's going on in the Carolinas. We have a cruising calendar full of events. We've got articles that cover events that have gone on, and we've got a huge group of great advertisers that are throwing out deals left and right, guys, whether it's service, whether it's food, whether it's, parts and accessories. Man, the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine has been bringing it to you since August of 1998. Now, also, if you guys have signed up for our weekend events blast, news blast, email, or text, that stuff should have gone out this morning. Otherwise, we'll get to those here in a minute, because what we've got going on this weekend is we've got some cool events going on, and I've got a special guest. This doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen often, but it's okay. Because my schedule doesn't line up. We're always running here, running there, and I finally got something to line up with my good buddy Rob Whitlow, who is Evel Twins Motorcycle Parts in Winston-Salem or Midway or wherever the hell he wants to call it. But he's having a big swap meet this weekend. So let's take a look at that here in a second. When we get back from station identification, we'll bring him on. So give me 2 seconds. We'll be right there.
Hey, good morning, y'all. It's Jerry from Law Tigers, North Carolina's motorcycle injury attorneys. You are checking out the Full Throttle event update.
And there it is. Looky here, Rob Whitlow, Evel Twins Motorcycle Parts. How are you doing today this afternoon, sir?
Hey man, doing good.
Good, good,
Getting
good.
ready
I
for
see.
things.
Say it again.
Getting ready for everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know how it is, man. Got a lot going on because you've got a big event going on this weekend. Looks like you're in the shop, man. You got plenty of stuff behind you, man. It's probably hard to take a break from all of that.
It is. It is. We're loaded down, and yeah, we're ready to move some of this stuff.
All right, so before we get to the event, let's talk about Evel Twins motorcycle parts. How long you been doing this, and how in the hell do you get into parting out motorcycles?
This is probably our sixth year. Started at my house. I've been at this shop maybe 3 years, I think. Um, just me and my boys going to swap meets, and we loved it, and just decided to instead of waiting all year for one to come around, we built a place that we could do it anytime we wanted, and that's kind of the way we modeled our shop. And it's just a full time swap meet now.
Yeah, no, I dig it, and I love keeping the old school tradition of swap meets and having part houses, man. I don't care, man. You can find the stuff online, but it's nothing like picking it up, seeing it, knowing that it's a good quality part before you order it or put it on your bike. So that's a cool thing to keep up. Let me ask you this: Evel Twins motorcycle parts. Now I know there's something behind the name, man. Let's talk about that. How'd you get up to that?
Well, my twin boys. They are the evil twins. Just something I thought of, and Mama wouldn't let us spell it evil like evil, so we spelled it Evel like Evil Knievel.
Which is
And
which is proper as well.
it fit very nice, and yeah, that's where it came from. They talked me into doing this, and it's just it's really took off, and it's been a lot of fun for all of us.
Mm. Well, it's fun, man. We've watched the boys grow up over the last few years, and now they're on motorcycles of their own. They don't beat you up for any of them parts, do you? Do they?
Um, Not yet. They are really just now turning 18. Um, we're gonna get them in the riding course because Mama insists on that. And although they already know how to ride, they've been riding for years. She really wants them to do that, and they can ride anything I've got, but they do have their own bikes, and they've had them for a while now. And yeah, so far they've toyed with the idea of possibly building one. So we'll see. That may be coming down the road.
Yeah. Well, I dig it, man. And Mama ain't wrong.
She's
Like I
not.
think
She's not.
everybody should take the safety course. Even look, I had been riding. It still took the course. Dad was adamant about it. We're taking the
Yeah.
course if you're gonna start riding. There was all kinds of stuff we learned, and on top of that, you get a discount on your insurance. That ain't
That's right.
bad.
That's right.
You know, any other time you don't have to take the riding course at the DMV, who doesn't want you to pass, by the way,
Right.
is a good thing. So that's a free PSA for anybody out there that has not taken the course or is looking to get a motorcycle. Man, take a riding course somewhere. They're not expensive. It only takes I think 2 days. It was a Friday Saturday thing whenever we were doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they
And that,
teach you everything from the basics to jumping over boards in the middle of the road.
yeah.
You
They
leave
they
out of there.
yeah,
Say
they really are a great course. They're a
again?
really good course to take. So, it'll be good for them.
Yeah, no, should totally do it, totally do it. But it's nice to have that in the family. They can borrow any bikes, and every time I'm in there, there's something different. So what's the current love affair in there with you and motorcycles?
Um, I've got one that I've been working on that not many people have seen. I'm hoping to have it at the show. Um, so we won't talk about it right now, but I did just pick up a 95 Road King that
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna have a really hard time letting go of. So it's a cool bike.
yeah,
We haven't done much to it yet, but I got a lot of plans for it. So
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the deal. So with Evil Twins motorcycle parts, and you can be found on Facebook. Do you have an
it's
Instagram?
I am everything I post on Facebook automatically goes to Instagram. But I don't do it a whole lot. I don't do nearly the social media that I should do. Um, probably need a little help with that from the evil twins themselves. But having the shop, and as long as I've been here and the word of mouth, I get a lot of traffic already.
Mhm.
So I don't use Facebook as much as I should, but I probably am going to pick up on that soon.
Well, again, still back to, that's nice. It's nice to reach some people on social medias and stuff. Hell, we're on social media right now, but again,
Yep.
like being able to stop by the shop, look through the parts, look at the tabs on the bottom of the seat, the bolt lineup holes, stuff like that to make sure that
Yep.
it's going to fit, and somebody didn't just tell you that that
Right.
was for this year.
We kind of have we've gotten a new schedule this year. It's been pretty hard for me to work a full time job and then come here just in the afternoons. But now with my new position, the new plant that I'm working at full time, my regular job, I'm open here every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and I'm here just about all day.
Mhm.
Every other Wednesday, I'm also here, but every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm here all the time. I still tell people to call because I do this all by myself, so I do a lot of running back and forth. So if I'm not here, I can be here.
Right. Well, you could, because not to give away secret bat cave locations or anything like that, but you're not ever far away. Even if you're at the house, you can pop in.
Exactly.
Uh, as long as the fam lets you break
Yep.
away.
Yep.
Um,
I'm always close. That's true.
Good, good, good. Well, that's good. So we've got the parts house now. Where are you exactly? I always, because is it Midway? Is it Winston? Where are we at?
Well, I have a Winston Salem address, but we are actually just in just on the Davidson County line. I'm actually in Midway, um, which is great. I mean, this is I live here too. This is where my house is also. But yeah, it's if anybody knows anything about Buddy Scoops ice cream, I'm right behind them. Um, and they'll be open Sunday, by the way. But yeah, we've been here for a while. This used to be my dad's machine shop back in the day, but yeah, we are actually in Midway.
Very cool. Yeah, and I thought there was a tie-in with that. I did not know that it was a machine shop. That's cool. Keeping the building and the family there.
Well, there was actually a motorcycle shop up front called TNT Cycles, and Pops was their machinist for them. Did a lot of working on bikes for them, welding stuff up, built some drag bikes, and that all happened right here in this shop.
Very cool. Very cool. And now you've done some recent add-ons too. So you've expanded the footprint over there of Evil Twins motorcycle parts.
I added roughly 500 square foot onto the back. So yeah, we've already filled it up. We're already out of space again, but we're just going to keep going. I love this little place, and I'll keep adding on if I have to because I don't really want to move. So
Right on, right on. Well, I know that we attend. I see you at swap meets throughout
yep,
the year. We go to Denton to the AMCA swap meet. You've got a big setup over there. When we're at the CBA swap meet in Salisbury, you've always got a big setup over there. You've got the shop, and now you've decided that you're going to do your own swap meet bike show extravaganza, if you will. Like how? And I know you said you were tired of waiting for this to come around, but what look, because we put
yep.
on events too. What in the hell made you decide that you wanted to put on your own event?
Well, other than Salisbury, there's nothing really in this area, and I had talked to several friends of mine about doing it. We were all gonna do it together, and we talked and talked and talked and talked, and nobody ever jumped the gun. So I just said, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. And the first year did really well, and it's done well ever since. And I believe it's because of what I said. There's not really a whole lot in the area, and we don't charge much at all to set up here. We take good care, I believe, of the vendors. We feed them when they come out. Like again, we don't charge much to give. You pay $25 to vend, not for a 10 by 10 or a 12 by 12 spot. Whatever the space you need, we're gonna get it for you for $25.
Hmm.
And then we're going to feed you barbecue.
Yeah, which added bonus, and since we're talking about it, just go ahead and pull up that clip. That way, if anybody's listening, going like, "What the hell?" At least has address, it has the stuff. But so basically, 20. You still have vendor spots available?
I do.
Okay, cool. So
Yes.
so for $25, now you have to call ahead for all that, and make sure you can't just show up day of, right?
Well, you're supposed to, but I always have people show up day of. And if you do, we're going to get you in here somewhere.
Okay. Well, good then. Then hey, look, that is one hell of a deal. $25 per vendor spot. And it does have that you have the Cash App, Evil Twins. Now this weekend, like you said, is your third annual event. How's it looking out there for vendors and stuff like that? You got a good group of them.
I do. I do. The people that I know of, because again, a lot of people just show up without telling me. They just assume I know they're coming, and which is fine. I've probably got 30 or more. Um, and again, that's just not including the people that I'm sure are just going to show up and set up.
Right. Well, like a 30 swap meet vendors is a healthy start. That's for damn sure. And I have attended the last couple years, man. I've always been impressed with the turnout. It's always fun because it's always a lot of our friends. So no
Right.
matter what, we're having a good time.
Right.
Now on top of the the ice cream, you got hot dogs on here.
We do. We do. We my son will be cooking hot dogs, and we'll have hot dogs, drinks, and chips for anybody who wants them. Um, the barbecue, of course, is catered to the vendors. The ice cream shop will be opened. Um, you know, so yeah, there'll be plenty.
So what I'm hearing is like you can come over and you can buy a hot dog, you can get some ice cream. But if you want some barbecue, man, just buy a $25 vendor spot and you get
Right.
free barbecue.
Exactly. Exactly.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Now, so we're having naturally it's a swap meet, so we've got parts and stuff like that. You did say though that you were going to have some for sale bikes this year. Talk to me about that.
We are. We have. I personally have, I think, 4 bikes for sale. I've got some others, friends of mine, who are bringing bikes that they're going to have for sale, and we're just going to have a whole section set up down at the bottom where people can just come in and check them out. Some really nice bikes. I've got some anywhere from an Ultra to a Sportster.
Nice,
So really nice soft tail. Um, 2 really nice soft tails for sale. But yeah, we've got some cool stuff.
right?
Should be a good time.
And if you don't find the bike you want, you can just build one out of the damn parts we've got.
Exactly, exactly. We got several title frames here, and yeah, we're motors, transmissions. I mean, you could literally build a couple bikes out of inventory.
I'm in. I'm in. Like I said, when I get over there, I'm looking for I'm looking for some short shots for my Dyna. I've been running the fishtails for a long time. Honestly, I'm not real good at taking care of things, and I've had
Yeah.
the Dyna for like 20 years, and it's never been really well taken care of. So
I've got a couple sets of short shots, and yeah, we've probably got something you could use.
good, because that's my next project, man. I got to bring this back up to show quality,
Yep.
I was thinking about switching back out to some short shots, and we've got fishtails on the Panhead. I got fishtails on Dad's Road King, so I
Yeah.
don't have to have them on the Dyna, right?
You don't have to. You don't have to. And I may be interested in those fishtails if you want to move them.
They're I'll let you look at them, man. They're not purdy no more.
That's all right. That's all
Okay,
right.
well, that's good. Now, see over here now on Instagram, that does not translate into my studio, but if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, you can comment, and the comments will come in through the board. But I do see Eddie over here. He's coming up from Greenville, North Carolina, or coming from. I guess it's not up, but he'll be over there. We got White Line Creations on the board over here. Looking forward to
Oh
seeing
yeah.
you and your
Yeah.
shop this weekend.
Yeah. That
Uh,
guy's got some cool stuff.
Oh
Cool
yeah,
Ball
yeah, yeah.
makes
No,
some nice
I'm
stuff.
hoping he's setting up because he brings a ton of cool tanks and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
If you guys are
I
looking for
I
cool
haven't
parts.
heard from him, but he is more than welcome, and I hope he does set up here. Absolutely.
Well, there you go, Jason. If you're still on, man, make sure you check that out. Rob says he's got a spot for you. So
Yep.
well, good, good, good. What else do we need to talk about this thing? I'm gonna bring the graphic back up here so we can see it. What
Uh,
else needs to be said?
yeah, I don't know, man. Just come out, hang out, tons of cool
Oh,
people. Um, you know, it's going to be the place to be on Sunday.
right on. We did not touch on the free ride-in
Oh,
bike show.
you're right. You're right.
Tell me
Yes.
about it. Now, see, because in last, I don't know if you did one the first year. I don't recall that, but now last year
Yeah.
you had a bike show. There was at least 20 nice old motorcycles in that bike show.
Yes.
So I expect there to be at least that many this year.
Yeah. I'm hoping so. It is we call it the No Class Bike Show. Um, the Rebel Spirit is building a special trophy just for the bike show. But yeah, it turned out really good last year. I hope it'll turn out good this year. This is our second year. We did not do one the first year. Um, but yeah, bring them out. All bikes. I prefer the older stuff, but not everybody does. But yeah, there'll be a lot of those here. I hope, and some new stuff too.
Well, all bikes are welcome in the free ride-in bike show. Uh,
Absolutely,
say it again.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
so that's the deal. Now the judges might be a little bit biased, but we do like to see them all though.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. But ride in bike show this weekend, third annual chop and swap. All bikes welcome, man. If you like swap meets, if you like bike shows, if you just like hanging out with your friends, Evil Twins third annual chop and swap is where you're gonna want to be. And it's Sunday. You ain't got nothing else to do on Sunday anyway. This is
Yep.
it's 10 a.m. till, so you can still make it to church and pray about everything you did all during the week, and then start over at Evil Twins, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right, man. Well, unless you got anything else to add to this, I'll let you off of here, and we'll get down to the business of the rest of this weekend's events.
All right, man. That's no problem. I appreciate it, and yeah, I hope to see everybody Sunday.
Right on. Again, guys, Rob Whitlow, appreciate your time. We'll be out there this weekend at Evil Twins. Let's see, kick from studio. Yep, there he goes. At the Evil Twins third annual Chop and Swap, April 19th, 10 till whenever. Again, if you want a vendor spot, just got to bring $25 with you. There's not like a size problem. It's just like, just bring it. Bring your stuff, $25, and you get barbecue. There will be other food on site, and they're right next door to Buddy Scoops. So if it's hot, we can go in there and get some ice cream while we're checking out the bike show. So that's what we've got going on. That's the featured event for this weekend, man. I love to have some swap meets. You got to keep that old school bike show, bike swap meet stuff going. That's the way it's done. It's just so much better than online parts shopping, man. Go pick up them parts, check it out. And plus, Rob's a pretty cool guy. All right, so like we talked about at the beginning of the program, man, the April issue is on the streets. Make sure you pick it up. There's plenty of stuff going on. But as long as we're talking about this weekend's events, we ought to talk about them. Let's see if I've got them somewhere. I do. Look at that. And I'm going to put the link into the comments. Hopefully it works. Now you can check this out on Facebook or YouTube. Sorry, Instagram. It doesn't like links or anything like that. So let's talk about this weekend's events. Bring it up on the stage, make it bigger. There we go. All right. So April 16th through 19th, another huge weekend of events, man. We've got stuff going on up and down throughout North and South Carolina. Starting with bike nights, man. It is definitely bike night season, and start up as soon as it gets warm, and it's warm. So a blue collar cycle company. Now there's a Hickory and a Salisbury for blue collar. This is Salisbury. They're kicking off their bike night year this Thursday. It's gonna be every third Thursday. This one is April 16th. This Thursday, they're gonna have live music. They're going to have food and drinks available. They're going to have a best bike competition and guest bartenders, which we hope are pretty girls. I've seen a couple like if Devin or anybody like that's in there. It's just not the same, man. So, but this is always a big bike night. They park up and down the street on Old West Ennis Street. Don't get it mixed up, and have a good time. Blue collar bike nights, man. There's a real culture over there. So make sure you guys check that out. That is Thursday, April 16th from 6 to 9 p.m. Be out there, man. We're going to stop by over there for a little while, hang out. Always good to catch up at the beginning of the year. And then Poison Ivy Brewing Company in Burlington, North Carolina is hosting a bike night that is basically down home. Harley Davidson is going to be hooking them up and hanging out there. That's why this is on here. Down home Harley Davidson, our Burlington dealership. So make sure you check them up. Let's see. They have a 6 p.m. deal. The ride at 6:15. Free wings supplied by Down Home Harley Davidson. And then on Friday, man, still going with bike nights. There's going to be one at Independence Harley Davidson, which they do theirs every week on Friday. So make sure you check them out in Matthews, North Carolina, 6 to 9 p.m. There's going to be a dyno shootout challenge plus food trucks and drinks at Independence Harley Davidson. Thunder Roads Harley Davidson in Virginia. Danville, Virginia. It's right over the line. It might as well be North Carolina. We're not claiming them, though. That's definitely Virginia. Get that out of here. Thunder Road Harley Davidson, great place, man. Just hung out for their Concrete Carnage kickoff event of the year. They're also kicking off their bike nights. Let's see. It's going to be at the dealership 5:30 to 9 p.m. Bike games, food vendors, giveaways, live entertainment, beer garden, and the proceeds benefit American Legion Post 1097. So make sure you check them out, Thunder Roads Harley Davidson. Then we got a couple weekend events here. Friday, Saturday is Slayer Fest in Wendell, North Carolina. Man, they've got gates open all weekend long. It's a $5 weekend pass, guys. Can't sneeze at that, man. Food, drinks, live music, biker games, vendors, raffles. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Look at this. You go to a lot of these events, not saying that there's not an overhead and stuff like that, but it is nice to see people putting on events and going like, dude, it's $5 at the gate. Just come in and have some fun with us. And it's also going to benefit the homeless ministry and Camp for Heroes, stuff like that. Very, very cool. Man, I've seen the music lineup for this for the last couple years, and they bring in some impressive bands. Might as well check that one out. Also Saturday through Sunday, but not like next to each other, not like Saturday then Sunday, like Saturday and then all week long, and then the next Sunday, April 18th through 26th, is the 24th annual Outer Banks Bike Week at Outer Banks Harley Davidson in Harbinger, North Carolina. They've got it all, man. They've got guided rides. They've got a full throttle magazine bike show. They've got bikini models. They've got live music. They've got vendors. Man, it is a good time. Plus, Outer Banks is a beautiful place to be. Get out there and hang out. Now, our bike show is going to be the last Saturday, April 25th. But like I said, man, this is kind of a tradition for us. We go out there and hang out and see everything cool. So you should go out there too. Why not? Go check it out. We'll be out there the later part of the week. We'll do we're doing a bike night in Elizabeth City on Thursday, and then we'll have Friday to mess around, put out magazines, hang out, and then Saturday's a big work day for us there. But make sure you check that one out, man. Go down there and enjoy the Outer Banks, North Carolina. No place else on earth like it. So check that out. Then Saturday, this is just Saturday events, man. Cox's Harley Davidson of Asheboro is having a cookout party, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free burgers and hot dogs, gift card giveaway every half hour. And I bet you might be able to find your next new motorcycle right there at Cox's Harley Davidson Asheboro. So make sure you check that out. Bike night on Saturday night. This is what I'm talking about right here. Don't have to try to go home early unless you're trying to get up early for church, and then pour it on, guys, because we're going to pray about it the next day, and that absolves everything, I hear. So bike night at Harley Davidson Consignment in Salisbury, North Carolina. It's going to be 4 to 9 p.m. Bike contest, bike games, food, music, raffles, drinks, trophies, and prizes. Very, very cool. Make sure you check them out. That's hosted by the True Few MC at HD Consignment in Salisbury, North Carolina. That also is the third Saturday of each month, except for next month, because next month it falls on Bike Week, and they didn't want to battle with that. So it's every third Saturday of each month, except for in May. But then it's going to end in October. But you get the picture. The Allison Ricker Memorial Charity Run is going to be out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina this Saturday, April 18th. Registration at 9. Kickstands up at 10 a.m. on that one. Will Turner Scholarship Ride, Sandy Ridge, North Carolina. Kickstands are up at 11 a.m. for that one. It's hosted by the Guardians, LEMC Foothills CH. Geez, we could make that easier. All right. Third annual Dream Ride to support Special Olympics out of Down Home Harley Davidson. Going to be a big weekend out of Down Home Harley Davidson. So you can hang out there, just hang out Friday night, stay for Saturday. They got rides going on. Kickstands up at 11 a.m. for this one, presented by Iron Legacy MC. So make sure you check them out. Cruising for Eddie Latham is at Liberty Tavern in Liberty, North Carolina. Kickstands up at 11:30 a.m. for that one. It's also featuring a bike and car show. So registration from that's 12 p.m. All kinds of cool stuff. Definitely going to be benefiting Eddie there. So make sure you get out there and check that out. Burritos and Baggers. Now we're talking back to food and motorcycles. Tobacco Road Harley Davidson. Hear this? People calling during my show, not watching. Rude. Burritos and Baggers, Tobacco Road, Harley Davidson, Raleigh, North Carolina, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for that Mad Monkey Watch Party, which is so awesome, guys. You got to check it out because Tobacco Road, Harley Davidson is sponsors of the only privateer King of the Baggers bike on the field. Very, very cool. Between them and Mad Monkey Motorsports, they're doing the watch party for this. So you can check out Max Flinders, who is their pilot for their King of the Baggers bike. Very, very cool stuff, man. Make sure you check them out. They've also got them Rockabilly. Love these guys. They're playing 11 to 3 p.m. And it's kind of like a dual event weekend. They've also got the Rough Riders Scholarship Drive and Poker Run Carnival, 12 to 4 p.m. with Chipotle catering. Man, I'm telling you, look, another one, hang out all day, get fed, listen to music, go on rides. Tobacco Road, Harley Davidson, Raleigh, North Carolina, got it going on. Raging Bull, Harley Davidson in Durham, North Carolina, is hosting the Red Knights NC12 annual charity ride, also on Saturday. Kickstands up at 11 a.m. for that one. Benefits the NCJC Burn Center. Always a quality charity right there. Shenandoah Baptist Church in Rocky Mounts hosting the 9th annual Scripture Run. Check that one out there. The kickstands, first bike out at 10 a.m. on that one. Claremont Rescue Squad 28th annual poker run, Iron Thunder Grill and Saloon, or backwards, however you want to say it, in Hickory, North Carolina. Kickstands are up sometime, but the registration's at 10:30 a.m., so make sure you check that out. That is co-sponsored by the Blue Knights. Veterans Honor Guard Benefit Poker Run will be going out of the Waynesville VFW in Waynesville, North Carolina. Kickstands up at 12 p.m. for that ride. CARC Southern Steel or Sisters Ride Like an Animal. All right. Tractor Supply in Clyde, North Carolina. You pronounce that Clyde. That's Clyde, North Carolina. Kickstands are up at 12:30 p.m. if you'd like to ride like an animal with the CARC Southern Steel Sisters. Benefits Sarge's Animal Rescue Foundation. Pretty cool. Game Time Athletics Bike and Car Show fundraiser at Fort Bragg Harley Davidson in Fayetteville, North Carolina. 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by and get your bike washed, man. You know there's a ton of pollen on that thing. It looks like shit anyway. Go over there and get your bike washed, man. It's worth doing. Do that up at Fort Bragg Harley Davidson. It does benefit a travel spring football league or team. So, yeah, take care of the kids. Make sure it's cool. Benefit ride supporting Lori Allen will start out of Bulldog Harley Davidson in Smithfield, North Carolina. Let's see. They didn't list any times on that, but it's going to be sometime in the morning. There is some contact information on that. You can call them if you want to hook up with them. But it's also Bulldog Harley Davidson's 4th anniversary party. It just seems like yesterday that they came along. Old Shelton Harley Davidson bought out there by Carson Baker sports stuff, man. Cool dealership down there, Smithfield, North Carolina, hosting their 4th anniversary. They're going to have food, they're going to have free beer, and there's going to be a cornhole tournament. Make sure you check that out. That's going to be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Bulldog Harley Davidson. Congratulations, y'all. 4 years in the saddle. Then also Shipwreck Harley Davidson in Wilmington's hosting the 21st annual Frank Gennari Memorial Officer Down Ride. Always popular events. Kickstands up at 11 a.m. for that, hosted by the Blue Knights. Faith Riders Blessing of the Bikes is going to be the Temple Church in New Bern, North Carolina. 10 a.m. for that one. Lunch Stop Fellowship, going to be a good time. CVMA. See, we're back to Outer Banks Harley Davidson. April 18th, CVMA NC 15-3 is going to do their 2nd annual Queen Anne's Revenge Lighthouse Run. It's going to start off at Jolly Rogers Restaurant in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, part of Outer Banks Bike Week. So there'll be, let's see, registrations at 8 a.m. for this one. First bike out at 10 a.m. Man, CVMA events are always big. They always have a good time. Those are good folks, man. Make sure you check that out. Another Outer Banks ride this weekend, the U.S. Military Vets NCMC Poker Run is going to be out of Outer Banks Harley Davidson in Harbinger, North Carolina. Kickstands are up at 11 a.m. for that ride. And there is a best hand cash prize and benefits Veterans Mountain Retreat, which means, guys, give the best hand money back. Give it back. It was $10 buy-in. You didn't lose anything. You had a good day. Give it back. All right. And then that's what we've got for Saturday. Sunday, there's a couple of events. Benefit ride for Donald May is going to start out at Springer's in Greensboro. Always something going on at Springer's. Our cover advertiser for the month of April. Always something going on. Springer's hosting this benefit ride. Kickstands are up at 11 a.m. for that one. When you get back, there's going to be live music and barbecue, which, by the way, when Jeff Schmid of Springer's cooks barbecue, you go eat it because it is absolutely delicious. Sorry, I was trying to read something. My wife's texting me because she's not watching my live either. Help Donald rebuild after a house fire. Let me tell you guys, luckily, that's never happened to me or anybody in my family. But man, that's just when you lose absolutely everything. Like everything you got is gone. Man, that's a big deal. You guys get out there if you can. Get behind Donald May here. And there's gonna be a live concert. There's gonna be food. You're gonna have fun anyway. Throw $20 at the guy. We talked about the 3rd annual Evil Twins Chop and Swap, so there's no real reason to go back over that. Just for a rewind to the beginning of the story. Well, okay, fine. It's on Sunday. It's $25 to vend. It's free to attend. There's a free ride-in bike show. There's gonna be food. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna hang out. It's gonna be great. Then April 19th, King of the Baggers watch party at Independence Harley Davidson Hot Dog Bar. Ooh, now there's some competition for Sundays, baby. Hot Dog Bar? Man, I'm in. That sounds like a lot of fun. Make sure you check that out. Plus, man, King of the Baggers race party. That's cool, man. Go watch the race at Independence Harley Davidson. Another big one in the Garner area, Locked and Loaded Bar and Grill, known for just having a stellar music lineup, is having their 2026 Spring Bike Fest. So this is their big blowout, man. They have a spring. I believe they have a fall too, but this is always a big party. They have vendors, live music on the patio, full bar, burger, sandwich, wings, and more. They're listing live performance by Toxic. They usually have a few bands. This is going to be 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Get out there, have a good time. Locked and Loaded Bar and Grill in Garner, North Carolina. So that's what we've got, man. That's what we've got for this weekend. Like I said, there's stuff still coming up that we can talk about, man. What should we? It's only been 35 minutes. Why not? Let's talk about things that are coming up in the near future. We talked about Outer Banks. I left it on there because it's next week also. I didn't want to discount the fact that they were going all week long. Now, here's another mammoth event for April 24th and 25th. Mike Beeland of A1 Cycles has been putting on this Cash Days event. This is the 4th one he's been doing. It's a stellar drag racing event. So what do you do when you have a great event? You add to it. So this year they've They've teamed up with OTR, Adam Colburn, and all them, and they're having the Old Town Revival Spring Fling at the Cash Days event. So not only are you going to have amazing drag racing going on with a $25,000 payout, you're also going to have an OTR Spring Fling off the track. They're going to have mini bike racing. They've got a mini bike hill climb. They're going to have other stunt stuff. There is a dedicated Run What You Brung lane, so you can get out there and go down the track yourself. Very, very cool stuff. They're teamed up with Myrtle Maid Distillery, so there's going to be some tasting of spirits out there. It's going to be a good time. This is a great event. It's at Shady Side Dragway, which is in Shelby, North Carolina. Definitely worth it. If you like drag racing, you're going to want to be there. If you just like motorcycle parties, you're going to want to be there. Basically, you just want to be there. So be there, man. A1 Cycles Cash Days 4 with OTR Spring Fling, April 24th, 25th, Shady Side Dragway. The 25th of April is also Outer Banks Bike Week Bike Show, put on by the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine Bike Show Tour. We'll be out there all day at Outer Banks Harley Davidson. Free registration 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. with awards at 4. And that cool surfboard design, that is the trophy design, man. Very, very cool stuff. Free, best parking on the lot for free. And you get trophies. There's usually some cash prizes. I don't like to list that because I don't want to get people too hungry. You know what I mean? But free buy-in cash prizes. There'll be some choice awards. The winner of the best in show at this event is invited to our Full Throttle Magazine bike show inside the Greensboro Coliseum. The 5th attempt will be on January 30th, 2027, back inside the Greensboro Coliseum. The biggest bike show in January in Greensboro that there ever has been. So make sure you check this out first. Outer Banks Bike Week Bike Show, April 25th. Like I said, bike night season is upon us. Bike night at the Depot, which we are hooked in with, is going to be now new location right next door to where it used to be. We are now at the Goose and Monkey. It is still in Lexington on Railroad Street in Lexington, North Carolina. So make sure you check that out. 6 to 9:30 p.m. Best bike on the lot, burnout contest, vendors, 50-50, food trucks, bike night, beer. I thought I was reading around. There's actually a bike night beer, which is pretty damn cool. So make sure you check that out, and music. Now, this is Lexington, North Carolina. Make sure you check that shit. All right, good. I thought this went off already. Damn, did I miss this? What I was thinking about is the Frog Level had their chopper challenge this past weekend. Had to miss it, unfortunately. Here's your second chance. I'm choking too. Second chance. Sugaree's Jubilee Chopper Campout, May 1st through 3rd in Oak City, North Carolina. Chopper games, ride-in bike show, beer, raffles, and more. Make sure you check it out. Now, this is the first annual of this event, and you want to be able to say that you were at the first Sugaree's Jubilee in like 30 years when it's like the biggest thing going on in Oak City. Because I'm not even sure they've got Dollar General over there. But this will be fun anyway. Then if you're heading to Myrtle Beach Bike Week, we have a couple bike shows going on Friday, May 15th, Chop Suey 3, Chopper and Antique Motorcycle Show going on at Barnacle Bill's Rum and Raw Bar, home of the $3 beer in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. This is a Friday show this year, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free registration. Chrome Toaster Award ceremony at 4 p.m. We buy these sweet vintage chrome toasters. We have them pinstriped by our friends at the Rebel Spirit. Kristen lays down some cool lettering on it so we can give them away as trophies. Free registration, cool trophies, man. If you've got a chopper and antique, we're bringing them back to Myrtle Beach. Come on out there and hang out with us on Friday at Barnacle Bill's. If you missed that one, the next day we'll be at Bubba's Bar and Grill for our regularly scheduled Myrtle Beach Bike Rally Bike Show. Again, free registration 11 to 3. Again, awards at 4 p.m. But these will be regular trophy awards, not regular. They're custom trophies. This is kind of an all-class thing, though. Even though we do still have vintage, antique, and chopper classes, we're still looking for performance bikes and cholos and softails and stuff like that, too. This is a free buy-in with a $200 best in show and cash and prizes in all classes. So check that out, guys, right there. This is a big one. This one gets packed out every single year. Again, no registration. Just come by and hang out with us. Put your bike in the show. Take home cash. Take home cool trophies. Have a good time. And if you miss those, Full Throttle Bike Show, you see a theme yet? Full Throttle Bike Show, June 6th at Angier Bike Fest in downtown Angier. Another 10-class free registration bike show with custom trophies. Going to be a great time there. And if you miss it there, seeing a theme yet? We're having a bike show. This is a first ever. This is a first ever. So is Angier. Angier is a first ever. Speedway Harley Davidson first ever. We're having this. We're calling this the Checkered Flag Bike Show, July 11th. This just out. We haven't even put this in the magazine yet. 10 classes plus best in show, free registration, custom trophies. All of the Full Throttle bike shows, by the way, best in show wins you that invitation to the January bike show, Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine custom bike show inside the Greensboro Coliseum. The 5th attempt will be giving away $12,000 in cash prizes, plus motorcycles, plus, oh man, you just can't even wait. But that'll be in January. This is in July. You got to qualify to get there. And then naturally, the smokeout. September 10th through 13th. New date this year, guys. Do pay attention. This is one of those things, man, we're so pleased to have in our backyard. Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine is a proud sponsor of this event. Chris and Heather of holy shit, Cycle Source, man, took me a second. Cycle Source have done a great job reviving this event, brought it back to Salisbury a few years ago, and they're just killing it, man. They've got 4 different bike shows that I can think of. Inside bike shows, outdoor bike shows, ride-in bike shows. They've got live music, wet t-shirt contests, mini bike racing, thankful bike tank art display, world's strongest biker, burnout competitions, vendors, Legacy International, great food, tons of camping. This is the best. And they didn't even put dirt drags on here. Dirt drags, shitter drags. Oh man, one of the best events you're going to go to in the Carolinas. This needs to be on your calendar. By the way, early bird tickets are on sale now at smokeoutrally.com. Get over there, save some money on your tickets. You're going to want to be there all week anyway, so you might as well save a couple bucks, man. Otherwise, they will be up for sale at the gate and all the way up to the event, but might as well save yourself some money if you get a chance. That's what we've got going on this weekend and into the future here at the Carolinas Full Throttle Magazine. Now, like I said, if you pick up the magazine, all this stuff's already in there. You don't have to listen to me go on and on for 44 minutes about what's going on, but it's fine. I mean, I'll talk to you about them because sometimes there's some extra information. But make sure you get out there and pick up your Carolina's Full Throttle Magazine in print since August of 1998 and at your local biker-friendly business. So that's what we've got going on, guys. I've got to get back to work because we're working on issue number 334, the Myrtle Beach Bike Week edition. So check that out, guys. Pick it up here in a week or so. But that is 44 minutes of your life that you have completely wasted, but I appreciate you spending it with me. Get out there and ride your motorcycle, go to some events, and have some fun. We'll see you out there. Take it easy.